Hi Scorpio, welcome to your and the message you need to hear reading for 26th through 25th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the link for the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Patricia. Much love and support to her, and hopefully you get a chance to check her out, show her some love and support as well. And also, this is intended for a romantic love read. It may resonate in other areas of your life, such as career or job, work in general, money, friends, family, that sort of thing. All right, Scorpio, what is your takeaway? What's the message you need to hear? Cards flip. Scorpio. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. All right, fair enough. Dealing with a relationship being stable and secure, or possibly not. Dealing with that, the need for that, or it being that already. High Priestess, Chariot. So this could be Pisces or Cancerian. This could be Cancerian. Death, that could be Scorpio. Four of Cups. The Lovers, Gemini, Taurus, or Libra, and the Page of Cups, the Devil. That could be Capricorn. All right, Scorpio. So it looks like this is, someone might be being a little stubborn as far as communicating how they feel or what they want. This Chariot about? This is you needing to shake things up. Not this, but I mean, this is just going through the context of this. This looks like it's you need to shake things up and you need to get assertive about your own direction and what you want with this situation. What's his Death card about? Three of Pentacles. What's this Four of Cups about? You know what? I feel like this is about it being too late for you. Like you might feel like it's too late. What's this Four of Cups about? Two of Swords. So I think this person's having regrets. I think they're wanting things to progress and move forward as far as things working out, or you two kind of hashing things out and revisiting the past in hopes that there can be something worked out, but it feels like it's too late. And also they're it feels like while they might feel like this is something that passed them by, or they're kind of stuck on how they feel. This could be somebody that's kind of being stubborn and resolute, but even though regardless of how they feel, they're still kind of not wanting to. It's almost like what's done is done, even though I might regret it, what's done is done. But it feels like they're being a little bit stubborn too, like they're kind of being like, well, fine then. You know, if you've already moved on with someone else, then I don't want to, despite how I feel, I'm not going to approach you to talk about this because you're moving on with someone else now. But I think that in hindsight, I think if they would have liked it to have worked out differently, or now, honestly, I feel like it's a little too late, or like you might be thinking it is, but they're wanting to talk about working things out, or let's talk about what happened at least. Is this somebody also too? Is it someone that just doesn't want you to be mad at them, so they just still it's almost like they might want absolution. Like, look, I need to know that you forgive me so that I can move forward too. That's my mouth on that one. What's the Lover's card about? We got the Chariot again. Interesting. Okay, so Page of Cups about. All right, this is someone that is probably going to want to revisit this with you anyway, even though, I feel like there's a red flag here. Because I feel like when they had the chance to do the right thing, to make things right, to do whatever it was that would have helped you to progress, that they didn't. For whatever reason, they didn't. Now they're regretting that, and they want to atone or have some kind of absolution. And I feel like it's kind of self-absorbed. Like it's like, this was not easy for me. We have been through it, and you broke my heart because you never fully committed, or you never, there was something that kept you two from moving forward. And now you want to come back and you want me to make it okay. You want me to appease your guilt? Like, go away. Like, you just, that's what this feels like to me. It might not be your exact story or whatnot, but this feels like someone that they have regrets, but since they can't be with you, they at least want absolution from you. Like they want you to absolve them from having to feel guilty or feeling like they did the wrong thing. Like, I need you to make me feel better, basically. And it's like, haven't you kind of taken enough from me? You know? I don't know. This is rubbing me the wrong way. And I just, personal bias aside, though, this feels like this is someone that I'm just glad it didn't work out, honestly, because I feel like they're kind of focused on themselves and their need, I guess. I don't know, Scorpio. I'm not mad about you two not working out. And because, okay, so keep in mind, when I just said like it was kind of like all about this person, now is the time for you to focus on your own self-care. We got the Empress here and the Page of Cups, and things being over, it now gets to be about you. You get to focus on your own self-care, thank goodness. And you're going to have to be firm about boundaries. We got the Devil here. The fact that they, even though they know it's over and they're kind of mad about it and frustrated and being stubborn, the fact that they would still want to approach you, even though what's done is done, there's been an ending, they still want to kind of come back and draw from you somehow. You're going to need to get assertive. You're going to need to kind of go, like, shut down, become scarce, so to speak, like just make yourself unavailable and set some boundaries, because this is someone that's going to just keep coming back. And you're not going to have the time to take care of yourself if you're constantly still attending to this person's need long after this situation between you two has ended. They still, I don't think that you got much out of this or what you wanted out of it, but I feel like they did. And that's not right. And at some point, though, if you keep allowing it, then you're complicit in your own betrayal, if that makes sense. Regardless of your feelings, if you're being taken for granted or advantage of at some point, I mean, you can put a stop to that. And I think that's what this is saying right here, is that you need to get some firm boundaries, because this person, we got the Chariot twice here. That's force of will. Sorry, right here. Force of will, someone being very assertive about their needs and what they want and wanting things to progress, wanting things. So if it's not forward movement or things progressing, it's someone wanting their own agenda met, their own needs met. They're plowing ahead with their agenda. And that just feels really misguided to me, because it feels like I said, they've already taken enough from you. What's this Devil about? Capricorn, what's this Devil about? 7 of Cups. What's this High Priestess about? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about you needing to go... needing to be directed from within instead of trying to collaborate and work things out with this person. There's an end to that now. I don't feel like they respected your contribution or what you were, your devotion, your commitment. I don't feel like that was really respected the way it should have been. And there's been an end to you two either collaborating, working together, something. This could be that you put an end to an affair you were having with this person. Could be that. But it's about, instead of collaboration, right? That's ended. This is about you going within now. Not without, but within. And figuring out what you need to do for your stability and needing that efficacy and control in your life. And again, sometimes this is liberation about you being set on a new path, like you've been set free. You've got this brand new chance that things look good. So this is you figuring out how to manifest that, or how to capitalize on that, how to go after it, how to, now that it's presented to you, how do I maintain that? What's my focus now? What's priorities, that sort of thing. And I think this is about you setting boundaries, because this right here, this Ace of Pentacles, will go by the wayside if this is not spoken to. This confusion, this feeling that constant pull by this person who probably knows all the buttons to push because they installed them. Let's be honest. So there needs to be a shift and a focus on self-care, and that's what's going to be this new beginning for you, instead of looking to collaborate with this person who might have always offered that or talked about that, but it was very elusive. It was very mysterious. It was very unavailable. It was always kind of something that was talked about but never actually realized with you two. Perhaps they want to tell you that, okay, I ended the affair. You and I can finally go forward. You and I can finally move forward. And I feel like it's going to be too little too late. I don't think that person's going to accept that answer, though. I feel like maybe they don't understand what you've been through, how you kind of felt like it was always about them, and you never got your needs met. So you finally have the gumption to walk away or to accept this ending, and now they don't want you to go. And it's like, that's not fair. You called the shots the whole time, and I've sat around and waited or done whatever, all these empty promises, and now I'm actually walking away, and you have the gall to be like, well, but it's for real this time, or I want at least your forgiveness. I mean, can we at least, and you're like, I need some time to myself to figure out what I want. That's saying it very nicely, isn't it? Okay. And it's not that, this could be lost on them. They could be kind of unaware of the magnitude of what this meant to you. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana out of 8 cards here. This was darn significant for you. And so they could be kind of unaware of that, especially if they're coming off of another situation and on involvement. Like, they're not, because I feel like this person or this situation was singular for you. Like, that was where your focus was, and then maybe on your day-to-day living. But this primarily had your attention to the exclusion of a lot of other things. And so for a long time, I think your attention might have been for this person. I mean, we've got judgment here. We've got like a path. We got a pass into history here. So it might be lost on them, like what exactly what your sacrifices were, or your involvement, or your devotion, or whatever. And so, even though they're available now, it's almost like this feels kind of tantrumy. Like, they're kind of like, well, fine then. And you're like, you have no idea the magnitude of what this has meant to me. Like, it's lost on them. So it's kind of short-sighted. I mean, we've got the Page of Cups here. That could just be somebody that's kind of self-absorbed and wanting to be taken care of, wanting their needs met, and that needs to be shifted to you being able to take care of yourself. So instead of going without, or collaborating and the focus being on them and their needs, it gets to be on you and yours. This is shifting the focus, going within. That was for Scorpio. Good. Resistance. Yay. Okay. Well, no, not yay, but I mean, I say good because that's what I feel like this is saying, that you need to stand your ground, because this person's going to try to convince you otherwise, or try to sway you. They're going to try to kind of get what they want. And I just feel like the time for that is over. And this is probably me putting 2 cents in where I shouldn't, but there is a definite need for you to set up some boundaries and to kind of recluse yourself and make yourself kind of sparse and scarce, and not involve yourself in that capacity with this person anymore. And then this comes up, resistance. Yeah, you need to resist this, because this person had opportunities before and things didn't change. And now that you're ready to walk away, they all of a sudden are like, okay, my past is done. I'm ready to move forward now. Or whatever I was dealing with in the past, whatever situation. I mean, we could be talking about addiction here, and they finally kicked something, or they finally have it under management. And you're like, I'm glad for you, but it's too late. Okay. What else for Scorpio? Because the issue was, the issue is stability. We've got the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles here. That elusive stability that was probably talked about and promised, but it just never came to be in enough time for you to feel like this is actually doable. It's almost like, that's X amount of time that I can't get back now. What else for Scorpio? Ace of Wands. Okay. So that's a new interest, a passionate new interest, a new pursuit, something different, something new, not this. We got Judgment, we got the Devil. This is something that you're familiar with. This is old. This has been a long time coming, this ending. This is not that. This is not a new beginning with an old situation. This is not reconciliation. This is you shifting gears, shifting focus, and starting anew somewhere else in a different capacity, like not involved with this person. If I have anything to say about it. I just feel like you're taken for granted, honestly. I mean, I feel like this right here feels like you were in a situation where you were largely in service of, and you didn't get your needs met, and it's time now to get your needs met by yourself and start anew. And I don't feel like this person's going to go quietly. I feel like there's a bit of some selfishness here. What else for Scorpio? All right. What else for Scorpio? Okay, so we got the Knight of Swords reversed, and we've got the Five of Swords. I think that's first, right? Blessed, I need to... But I feel like they change with each one, though. No, it's not the Five of Swords. That's a Five of Swords. Upright. Some of them are the other way, though. But anyway, so this is the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords reversed. So you need to cut off, you need to be very clear about cutting things off and drawing a line in the sand with somebody that is very erratic right now. Is very chaotic, is very frenetic, is very... almost, this feels desperate, this feels intense, this feels like someone's like doesn't want to be told no, and they might approach nicely at first, but then when that doesn't work, they're going to get demanding, or they're going to get verbally abusive, or they're just going to get really erratic and not really have much regard for their actions, like the consequences or what they're doing. It's all about their need, and you need to cut that business off. So resist. I mean, we got the definite need for boundaries here. So, okay, all right, Scorpio, you have your call to action here. Please be safe. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you are able to figure out what your new start is going to be and move towards that. I hope to see you in the next reading. You take care.